Okay, y'all ready for this page of sword? Somebody is on defense, right? Draw your sword. Somebody is in defense. They're going to defend themselves at all means necessary. And not saying you can use a sword to chop down, like hurt somebody, but you can use that sword of your mouth to take action. Stand your ground. So when you are a page of sword and things are coming at you, you on guard. You a page of sword. You youthful. You're happy. You're jolly. Your spirituality is growing. You're not on the edge. You're not fearful. You're not living like everything is in gloom. You got the sword. You ready. Anything or anyone come up against you, you ready. Because you are determined not to be defeated. You are determined to hold your dreams. You are determined to hold your goals in front of you as you go through the battles and challenging changes in life. Page of sword. You ready. You might be going through a situation, tap in. You might be going through a situation with a loved one, someone that you thought was on your side, like an equal, and you found that the person was really not your equal. So instead of you being gullible and acting like you're going to go with the flow and be, let your guard down. And let the other person just come in and disturb your peace and walk all over you. Hey, kitty. So maybe you was once so in love that you had blinders on and you couldn't see. But once you came awakened to your power, to your strength, to your anointing, to your abilities, and to your higher self, your consciousness, when you came up in your chakras from the lower part all the way up to the Christ-like mind, chosen ones. So when you came up knowing who you are, a page of sword, and you was defending in honor to yourself. No one could just come up to you and just tell you, sweet little whispers in your ears. And you just fell for them, no more. So when you had and took all you could take, being a people pleaser, did all you can do, fast and pray, did all you can do, wish and dream, did all you can do. It was nothing else left to do but stand on the word. Stand on your faith. Stand on your strength. Stand on your own 2 feet, having your sword. So that way, while you're growing and you are learning and you're tapping in with the spirit, everyone is not going to be on your level. So maybe you thought you did have someone that was on your level. And come to find out, the person was not. Try to knock down your self-confidence. Every time you had something going on, they was back there saying, oh, you can't do that. You ever had any kind of friends in your circle, used to, and it was like, I wouldn't do that if I was you. You can't sell that. You might have someone in your family tell you couldn't sell a product, you wouldn't make no money. But when you learn who you was, and you know who you are, you took strength in your 2 legs, and you stood up on your feet. And you stood with the sword, and you dared anyone to come near your dreams and try to tear them down. You're the page of sword. You are the page of sword. Look. Lights, camera, action, baby. Light, camera, action. When you done been through so many battles because you was on your journey. You still on your journey. Some people didn't understand your journey. They told you was crazy. They told you that not to believe in yourself. They try to tell you anything to stay in that lack mindset to keep you from being your true, unique self. To try to keep you from your purpose. But once you knew who you are, who you was destined to be, you learned how to stand up and stop being a people pleaser. You was like, batter up. Next. So when you got your sword drawn, it's not to hurt no one. It's not to go out there and be chaotic. But it is to protect yourself, what you believe in. If you have a dream, your dream may not be the same dream that someone else wants you to have. They might want it. Your desires might not be the same desires that someone else has. They might want it. But when you've been knocked down, kicked down, pushed down, stepped over, ran over so many times, see, God be like, when you going to stand up and be yourself? When you going to stop being a doormat? When you going to stop letting people persuade you to be the way that they want you to be? So you had to get your strength. You had to use a prayer. You had to use a mindset. You had to use an affirmation. You had to use everything that your ancestors put in you, even to break a generational curse. So once you got your strength and you know who you are, and you knew that you was a generational curse breaker, it didn't matter if everyone laughed at you and thought you was a joke. It didn't matter when people told you that you couldn't do it. It didn't matter when they closed one door, but guess what? The Most High opened 2 or 3 more doors. So it didn't matter what the enemy tried to mean for evil. When you pulled back your sword, it all worked out for your good. So all it takes is a little action. Takes a little push. Takes some guts. Takes you to stand up and say, it's my turn. It's my time. And it's my season. And no one can stop me now. So while you on this Uprise Chosen One, and y'all tapping in, doing your research. So that way, when somebody try to tell you, oh, I wouldn't do that if I was you. Well, you did your research. You did your research. And what you're doing, and then you did your research, asking the Most High to give you guidance. And you tell you what, your spirit team, they will step in. Sometimes if you hard-headed, you might not want to listen, but your spirit team will step in and they say, do it like this. Now, you know I speak from my own life experience, even though it's a card. So many times the spirit told me something and I was like, no, spirit, I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. And every time I did it the way I want to do it, it got messed up. And then I received karma. Yes, I did. By not paying attention. And if you're a Bible scholar, yes, if you read in the Bible, anytime that they said somebody did something, and the Spirit or God told them not to do it, and they did it, what happened? They got punished. So these, those stories are just not, you can read them and apply them, but sometimes people read it and they say, well, that was happening to them. But sometimes we can read it and get an insight. Because the Bible is inspiration, right? When they wrote it based on the gospel is inspiration. So while you're reading the gospel, it should be some inspiration to help you better yourself. To be on guard. To let you know the enemy comes to steal, kill, rob, and destroy. But God comes, the Most High comes, your guardian angels come to that you might have life. And have it more abundantly. So that way you can be in full power with your sword drawn. And still be loving kind at the same time. Knowing that no, you're not a doormat. You're chosen. You're collective. You're blessed. You're holy. You're pure. And you're righteous. You might not be doing everything that everyone wants you to do. But guess what? Long as you are pleasing yourself and pleasing the Most High, holding up your sword of truth. What's a page? A page of the sword. Standing on your truth. So peace and blessing to each and every one. If you have any kind of struggles, any kind of weaknesses, baby, work on it and let it go. Peace and blessings to all you sword bearers. I'll check you on the next video.